Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is a little bit different to what I usually talk to you guys about. So usually it's health and fitness, workouts, training tips, yoga and stretching, but I thought I'd make this video because I want to share some life hacks with you, and who doesn't love a life hack, right? Now, you guys know that I travel quite a bit. I've actually just come back from a trip as well, so this is nice and fresh. But over the years that I've been traveling, I've definitely picked up some really handy tips and tricks for not only the journey to get there, so you might be traveling on a boat, in a car, on a plane, but also at your destination, especially if you're traveling internationally as well. So I've got 4 life hack tips for you while traveling, and we've got Charlie and Willow in the back acting all cute, so let's get straight into it. Okay, packing hack number 1. Now, this one is really going to come in handy if you're traveling internationally. Now, we all travel with our phone, maybe a camera, a laptop, a portable speaker, a smartwatch. All these things need to be charged, right? And usually if we're going to another country, you'll take a power adapter. So for me, this has got my Australian plug in it, and it'll plug into anywhere in Europe. So all I can do is charge one thing at a time, which can get really annoying if your phone is flat, your laptop's flat, your camera's flat, and you've got to pick one of those to charge. So what I usually do is I'll pack a 4-point adapter. Now these have got 4 Australian plugs. All I need to do is plug it in, and now instead of charging one thing at a time, I can charge 4. So hopefully that is going to help you guys. It's definitely saved my life a few times, I think, when things have run out of power. All right, moving on to packing hack number 2. Now, this one's not only going to save you a little bit of money, but it's also really going to save our planet. It's all about eco and sustainability, which is so important to me, and I really hope that you guys are able to incorporate this too. Now, when we travel, of course, we need a drink, drinking water, drinking coffees, things like that. So plastic bottles are a huge contributor to all of the plastic that is in our planet, and the more we can reduce them, the better. So one of the things I always travel with is a reusable bottle. Now this one is actually made of metal, and it keeps your drink cold as well, and it also keeps it warm if you're traveling to colder climates, which is really cool. So I always travel with this. Obviously you can't drink the tap water everywhere you go, but it's handy to take one of these, and you can also refill them maybe at a restaurant or at a hotel that you're staying with that can give you safe water to drink with, which is awesome. And I also, on the same topic, travel with my KeepCup. Now, we all love a coffee or a hot drink or a cold drink when we're traveling, and a lot of the time we're ordering takeaways, and of course that's contributing not only to maybe plastic, but also just producing so many takeaway cups and containers. So I always take my KeepCup and I have my coffees in there. Mine's glass, so usually when I pack it, I'll just put some socks or jocks on the inside, and make sure it's right in the middle of all my clothes. So there's another tip for you guys. You can also take things like wooden cutlery, so knives and forks, little containers as well that you can put things in. So really just think outside the box, guys. The more we can use reusable containers, the more we're going to be helping our planet as well, and you're going to be saving money on buying extra water bottles or paying for extra containers that you might be using as well. So there you go, guys. Hope it helps. Tip number 3. Now this one is for those of you who might be traveling with jewelry, and in particular necklaces. So yes, you might be able to wear some of those, but if you have a few extras that you usually chuck in your bag, I guess the usual thing we do, and what I used to do, is put them into a little jewelry bag and then throw them in. Now, whenever I got to my final destination, I would pull out my necklaces and they would be in like 1,000 knots, which is so annoying. So I came up with this little hack, which has made the world of difference. Now, all you need is a straw. So I've got a metal straw here. You can use a bamboo straw, cardboard, paper, whatever you can get your hands on, hopefully not plastic. And all you need to do is open up your necklace, and then we want to try and thread it through the straw, if I can get it in. This is a challenge in itself. So try and get it all the way through to the end, and then all you need to do is do it up. So connect it. There we go. And now when you throw that, so you can put this into a jewelry bag or just a nice little soft bag, and you can have a few straws, or you can also just thread a lot of necklaces through the same straw as well. And then when you unpack them at your final destination, all you need to do is unclip and wear. There's no knots, so super handy. Hopefully this helps you guys as well. All right guys, coming up to my final tip number 4, and this one is especially for your carry-on luggage. So the bag that you might be taking on your boat, your train, or in particular a flight, and especially long haul flights where you might be flying for a few hours. So in my bag, I always pack one of these. It's like a little carry-on toolkit. Now, of course, you can put whatever you want in there. I'm going to give you a few ideas, but if you guys do come up with anything else, please feel free to comment below. So one of the things I carry is a toothbrush. How many times have you traveled and your mouth has just felt disgusting? I know I have before I use this tip, so I always take my toothbrush, and I've got a toothpaste as well. Now I've actually got an eco toothpaste. It's tooth soap, so it comes in a bar, so you won't have any issues with liquids and things like that. And all you do is just rub your toothbrush onto the bar and you can brush your teeth, which is super awesome. The next thing I have now, I don't know if any of you guys suffer from really dry skin, but I do, so I'm moisturizing all the time. So I always take a hand cream. So this one's actually in a metal tube, which is cool. And I take a face cream. Now I've reused this little container from something that I've had before, and I'll just put a bit of my face cream in there. And I always take Vaseline. It is like my lifesaver. I know in particular my lips get so dry, and also around my eyes. I usually just put this on my lips and eyes and anywhere on my skin that I feel dry during a plane ride, and it really, really does help. There's so much dry air when you're sitting in a plane, and this really puts a protective barrier over your skin, which is awesome. I have my comb, so if I need to brush my hair. And I also take a few extra hair lackeys or hair ties in case I need to tie my hair up, and some bobby pins because they always come in handy. And I really like to take tea as well, because usually on the flight they just serve black tea, and then if I have a lot of black tea, I'm like weeing all the time, so I'm always up to the toilet. So I actually take herbal teas. You might want to take something like chamomile, which will really relax you on the plane, or I like to take this specific relax blend, so that'll also help you sleep. So when you're on the plane, all you need to ask for is hot water, which is awesome. All right, and last thing is just a little baggie of things like aspirin or Nurofen or any tablets that you need to take. I also put my probiotics in there as well. So I've actually got a capsule form of probiotics that don't need to be refrigerated that I put in this little bag. And usually when you're traveling, the food isn't the greatest, so it's handy to kind of have things that'll help you. So big tip is probiotics, guys, and any other little things that you might want to take. All right, guys, so that's everything I have in my little bag. Again, if you do have any suggestions and want to add anything below that will help people out, that would be awesome. So there you have it, guys, my 4 top packing hacks for when you are traveling. It's almost a tongue twister. I hope some of these things have helped you. I know over the years they've definitely been a big help to me. If you have any suggestions below, like I mentioned, please feel free to comment. Otherwise, if you really like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe as well. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to Charlie and Willow for bringing all the chilled vibes. And I will see you guys next time.